It can be so frustrating for a woman to meet a guy, to feel like, I like this guy. Things are going well. Everything seems to be moving in the right direction. And then you finally decide to really open up, really let him in, really let him know you like him too. You're showing your interest, and then all of a sudden, he's acting funny. He pulls away. His interest is gone. What the hell happened? Well, I'm going to tell you what happened. I'm going to tell you why he loses interest when you show yours. My name is Stephan Laboussiere, aka Stephan Speaks, here to provide you with life, dating, and relationship advice. Today is going to be dating advice for women. All right, breaking down this frustrating dynamic of why he loses interest when you show yours. Now, before we get into this, be sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, share this video, because there's going to be a lot of other women that need to see this or are going through this right now. And as always, leave your comment below. Have you experienced this to where once you showed interest, this man pulled back, started acting funny, or the whole thing blew up in your face? So now let's break this down. So the simple, easy answer to give right off the bat is he was not really into you like that. But of course, this needs further explanation, all right? So again, let's repaint the picture. You meet a man, you're starting to get to know him. You like this man. You see like there's potential here, all right? And he's showing you interest. He's actually seeming like he's making some level of an effort, all right? And everything seems to be moving in a good direction. And initially, you may have been cautious, because you're trying to feel him out. You're trying to make sure you can trust being vulnerable with him and opening up or expressing your interest and desire. But at some point, you decide, okay, I'm going to do that. I'm ready to do that now. You take that step, and now things change. And now he starts to act funny. He starts to pull away, and it becomes a very confusing, hurtful situation. And so again, I say to you, in the vast majority of cases, all right, because there's multiple explanations here. But the first one is he wasn't that interested. And what I mean by that is this. Some men are coming into your life, and what they desire is to entertain you at a more casual level. Whether it be for sex, whether it be just to hang out, whatever. Usually it does involve some level of sex, but there are scenarios where he really just wants the woman in his life, even if he's not trying to be sexual right now. But either way, he wants you at this more casual level, not a committed level. And so what happens is when you are holding back, it allows the situation to continue in a casual, vague manner, all right? There is no intention being given. There is no, okay, we're going to be together in a few months. None of that. There is no higher level of commitment or obligation. And he's comfortable in that space with you. But then once you show interest, express a desire for more in the relationship, he pulls away because it's like, this is not what I was trying to sign up for. He liked you at the casual level. He liked you when you held back because that allowed him to continue on being vague. But once you now start to become intentional, that demands him to be intentional. That demands him to be more clear with his feelings for you. And because he's not trying to operate at that level with you, no fault of your own, so don't internalize it. But because he's not trying to go there, he now pulls away. Now, the reason why this is important for you to understand this whole dynamic is because what I'm seeing with a lot of women is they experience this dynamic of showing interest, him losing interest. And now they start to think, or you have started to think, that the showing of the interest is the problem. That if you like a man, you need to hold back or else he will run. And what you don't realize is, no, you're actually shooting yourself in the foot because, again, think about what I just said. When you expressed your interest, you exposed the reality that he was not trying to be serious with you. So if you now take on this mindset of, I'm going to hold back because showing interest backfires on me, you won't be able to expose future men. You won't be able to expose them soon enough. You will allow these other men to now think they can continue to operate in this casual dynamic and that you're actually okay with it because you're holding back your true feelings and desires. What you have to learn is, no, Don't let yourself think your expression of interest is the problem. Realize it was you were dealing with the wrong man. Because the right man is going to love your expression of interest. The right man is trying to figure out if you like him as much as he likes you. So he welcomes your desire. He welcomes your expression. He does not run from that. Running is a clear sign that that man was not serious. So use that to your advantage. Do not shoot yourself in the foot and now say, I'm going to hold this back. That's only going to work against you. Now, here's another possible scenario. I don't believe this is the common scenario, but it is possible. Some situations are, this man likes you. He may be thinking about you in a future sense and trying to make something happen, but he may have damage from his past that causes him to be afraid to be truly vulnerable. And so now when you express your interest and desire, it's like stuff just got real. It's like, holy crap, now I have to put my heart out there in a way that scares me. And because that scares me, I'm going to run. I'm going to pull back because I am not ready for that level of vulnerability and essentially commitment. All right. Now, again, the result of what you should do is still the same. Because whether he is not ready because he just wasn't serious and doesn't see you that way, or whether he's not ready because he hasn't healed, the same answer is he's not ready. And so regardless, that needs to be exposed as soon as possible. Now, that doesn't mean for you to be like all extra and just like force your expression of interest. I want you to be natural with it, but I don't want you to be afraid or hold it back because again, that's only working against you. So there are there are some situations that the man has a fear of vulnerability, a fear of that higher level of commitment and obligation. And so when you now take that step in your expression, he runs from that. But let's get back to him not being the guy. So again, this extends to not just showing interest. This extends to you being open, honest, and transparent about your feelings in various ways. All right. This also extends to you being willing to ask questions. So many women are afraid of asking questions or bringing certain topics up because the mindset is this will scare away the man. And my argument is always, it's not the question or the expression of interest. It may be the energy behind it. And what I mean by that is, starting with the question part, if you're asking a man questions in a very interrogating way, in a very domineering way, there's a lot of negative energy. You're essentially attacking him with your energy. That's what turns a man off. But if you speak to him lovingly, sweet, in a calm, positive manner, and again, the caveat is he's serious about you, he does see potential here, then he's not going to have a problem with that. Men who genuinely want a relationship with you don't take issue with you asking questions in a loving and calm manner, because the man who loves you wants to provide you with clarity and peace. The man who's not serious about you has no issue giving you confusion and chaos. Plain and simple. So again, you cannot be afraid to ask the questions, but you also cannot be afraid to express your desire. Because again, I can't tell you how many times I've sat down with men who are trying to court a woman, trying to date her, but they're not sure where she stands. They're not sure how she feels. And I think women don't realize how many men have been played. How many men have tried to do their best for a woman they were serious about, only to be left high and dry later. And in the process of that, they weren't really sure where she stood. But because men are being told, you got to keep doing your best, even when she wants to hold back, they get set up for disaster. They get set up to be played. And for some men who have been through that trauma, they now become fearful. They now are sensitive or less tolerant of the woman who's not reciprocating interest, who is not expressing herself in the way that he is willing, or even hell, even when he's not, he still feels like, well, dang, if she's serious about me, why can't she show me that? Why can't she express that? Because there are some other women who will. And so when other women will and you won't, it causes him to think, well, maybe it's because she's not serious, or maybe because she's going to play me like the other women. Now, if you're a man listening to this, I'm going to encourage you to get healing. I'm going to encourage you to not project that onto any woman. The same way I would encourage a woman not to project the negative outcome of when the last time you expressed interest and he left you high and dry. Don't project that onto the new man. Everyone needs to heal and not bring that emotional baggage from previous experiences into a new one. However, as a woman, you still need to be mindful of this on your end and understand that you are best set up for success by being willing to express and show your interest. So interestingly enough, there's a book, and I always forget the title of the book. I am so sorry, all right? It's not one of mine. I read other books too. But anyways, the book essentially did surveys of couples after they got married. So basically after getting their license, leaving the office, and they would survey these couples and ask the guys all kinds of questions. But one of the questions was, why did you marry this woman? All right. And one of the most popular answers they received was because she liked me. Let me repeat that. One of the most popular answers to the question of why did you marry this woman is because she liked me. And what that is trying to convey is that men are so used to being in a position that they have to pursue, show the interest. Some people are even trying to tell men to chase, which I don't tell men to do that. I don't encourage that. But there are people saying chase the woman, jump through all the hoops, show her you love her, right? But in that process, what's happening is those men are not receiving reciprocation. They're not being shown that interest and desire as much as some may think. And so then what happens is when a woman comes along who's willing to give that in return, who's willing to express that interest and desire, who's willing to even take an interest in what that man needs. I was just talking on social media the other day, having a chat about how powerful it is for a woman to ask a man, what makes you happy? What would you need from me? How can I pour into you? Y'all don't realize that's not a question a lot of women ask. So it's so powerful when a woman is willing to express desire and interest and take a reciprocal approach to this relationship rather than a sit back and wait. You got to show me everything. I understand why you're guarded. I understand why you may be afraid to express that interest, but I want to encourage you that there is a better approach, and that better approach is being open and honest. That better approach is healing from your past experiences and trauma and allowing yourself to be more vulnerable in your process of dating and trying to build a relationship, because that's how you will expose who's serious. That's how you will strengthen the relationship that it can go somewhere. That's how you can discover who is truly the man God has for you. Which, quick plug, get the book. Get the book, The Man God Has For You. Click the link in the description or in the comment section. You know, I didn't plan on plugging it. It just happened naturally in the flow of this video. But get the book. Women are loving it. It has like over 4,000 reviews on Amazon. So I'm telling you, you're going to find it very, very helpful. But anyways, yes, show interest. So bottom line is, this is why men lose interest when you show interest yourself. But do not be blinded by that. Do not be discouraged by that, because the right man will love your expression of interest, desire, and willingness to get in tune with him and his needs as well. So I really hope and pray this video was helpful to you. Again, leave your comments below. If you've had this experience before, leave me your feedback. As always, like the video, share it, subscribe to this channel, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.